Okay, so I'm going to give my little opinion on the Nintendo Switch presentation and the reveal and the price tag and all that, and the pre-orders and all that, and how many are going to be available to GameStop or where else are going to pick it up from. So I know it's been a few days, so I guess the whole Nintendo topic is still fresh in everybody's minds. Uh, for most, I'm not going to say majority of people, but probably half of people are excited as hell, and half of people are very disappointed as hell. Me, I don't really care because I never wasn't really a Nintendo fan, but I just still want to get my thoughts on the situation at hand. So, some people are saying like, oh, Nintendo fucked us over, and oh, it's bad and it's terrible. It $300 for the console is absurd. It has no games. It's this, it's that, which might be true, depending on how you look at it, or depending on the type of person you are and how you take that. But I want to say a couple things about it. For me, I never was a Nintendo fan. I played Nintendo Wii, the Wii, and I have not really played the Wii U, but I played the Wii. I played that, before. It was it's not my cup of tea. I never even played the Nintendo DS for that matter, because the thing about it, I never was a Nintendo fan for one simple reason, and this is why I don't understand why I don't see how people is not noticing it by now or not picking up on it by now after all of these years since pretty much since the Nintendo Wii days. Um, is that Nintendo is a family console. It's a family console. It's exactly what it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's a family console and always will be a family console. Um, sure, they had a couple games like I think they had Resident Evil. Didn't they have Resident Evil 4 in the Wii or something? They had something. They had like a couple. I think it's Code Veronica or something like that on the Wii, on Nintendo Wii. But you every once in a while you'll get a third party game on the Nintendo. It's every blue moon. Like the only thing that I seen Nintendo did was where they had Bayonetta 2, which was that game looks amazing. It's only exclusively to the Wii U, I believe it was. That's the only game that gives the company a buzz or gives the company a good buck. But other than that, they're milking the hell out of Mario. Every year they'll come out with different Mario, and I understand Mario's popular, and that's the home for Nintendo's a home for Mario. But I don't see why people are really crazily upset. I mean, you should. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked that because the game it's a family console, and it always will be that. It caters towards a family audience and a very younger audience, audience pretty much under 10 years old, if you will. Um, but every once in a while they'll have a adult game on there or whatever. That's like Bayonetta or whatnot. But it's not much of a surprise to me. But now let me talk about the pricing. $300. It's a little bit pricey. I'm not gonna lie. And I also heard that if you want to buy an additional little mini controller that comes with it, the little analog sticks or whatnot that pretty much look like little mini freaking corn dogs or whatever the hell they are called. They're like $79 each, I believe. Now that's crazy. The pricing, I would rather argue about the pricing of it rather than the fact that there isn't much going for it when it comes out. So, and I also heard that they said they're going to come out with a limited supply. I was at GameStop today and I picked up a game for my, Vita, and I heard somebody said I heard a guy at the cash register said that we're all out of Nintendo Switch. We're all sold out. We're all out of pre-orders, which is expected. It's Nintendo. They're going to sell out. I don't know why they only send over so many units to America. It is. Maybe they have more in Japan. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they do that as a test field um, to see if they'll sell more. Have more. But for $299, that's a bit pricey. Now, if it was another whole console like the Nintendo Wii, then I wouldn't mind if it being 300. But it seems like since it's like half and half. It's like a handheld console, and then again, it's like an actual console. So, I think the best price they should have put it at is maybe $249, at least $249. No lower than that, but $300 is a bit pricey for something like that. I mean, people are like, oh, you can play Skyrim on the go and whatnot, and I mean, that's cool and all, but you never know. I haven't done a ton of research into it, but you might need some Wi-Fi or whatnot or good internet connection to play those games on the go. But I'm not entirely sure. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. But let's talk about the games. I believe they said that Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, I believe it's called. It's coming out on. It's a release. It's going to be a release game. Which that game, I'm not gonna lie, that game looks really damn good. If I were to ever get a Nintendo Switch, it would be just for that game alone. But I will not because it's $300. That's a bit pricey. I think most PS4s are cheaper than that nowadays. But I think that they could have did $249 at least. Especially that this year we have uh, a new president going along, so I don't know how that gonna affect jobs initially. Um, I mean, it's not too much money, but it's a bit on the little high side. Um, but back to the games I seen the presentation. I didn't watch the full presentation, by the way. I actually skipped through it because I knew what they was going to show. It showed Splatoon 2, I think. Um, they showed Xenoblade, I believe it's called. That's another game that's pretty good, Xenoblade. Um, and then also something called Paste and Copy, or that game looked pretty ridiculous. I mean, it's just they have games like that. They've shown a lot of a lot of kiddie games. And I'm not saying that kiddie games are bad, but those kind of games are just really for like minors. Like when you have, it's almost like you're going to somebody's house and you want to occupy the kids. You're like, hey, go ahead and get on that Nintendo Wii or get on that Nintendo Switch. It's hard to tell a kid to get on, a PlayStation rather than a, a fucking Wii U or whatnot. But pretty much that's just my whole thoughts on the whole situation. Um, I'm not surprised at all, to say the least. It's expected. It's Nintendo. They've been doing it for years. I don't know why people are so shocked and cussing and doing these rant videos because it's Nintendo. I mean, only the died-hard Nintendo fans will buy it. Like if you love Nintendo Wii or even GameCube, if you love GameCube, if you love Nintendo Wii, if you love this Nintendo Wii U, then you're definitely gonna, without a doubt, you're gonna buy the Switch. But from what I see, me personally, I don't think it's worth it. I never did care for Nintendo, so that's why I'm not too shocked. But if you do like Nintendo, you feel like this is a jip, then let me know in the comments below. I just don't think that it's not that big of a deal for it to be, all that worked up over. I mean, but it's Nintendo. You should expect it by now. If you think that they're gonna do AAA games like putting that on any Nintendo consoles, then you're kind of wrong because Nintendo always and will be a family console. It's for family entertainment. Like, here's what I like to think of it. I like to think of it as, and I always thought of it this way: is that Nintendo family console, PlayStation gaming console, Xbox entertainment console. I always looked at it like that. I mean, and I'm not trying to put PlayStation on the map. I'm not saying they did some fucked up things in their time too. They have, but that's what I always thought of it as. Xbox being more of an entertainment console. It has more has stuff cable and entertainment apps and whatnot. PlayStation I always considered to be a gaming console because it has more games from different genres rather being restricted to just a couple few being promoted. And Nintendo Wii are not Nintendo being more of a family console because they have more family games. For the family, that's why I got a lot of just dance games, and I know other consoles got those games too. But Nintendo, personally, it seems like it shines more on theirs than others. But that's what I feel about the whole situation. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comment section below. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time.